Hello, my name is Ben Edfelt, and I work with Alabama Baptist BCMs across our state. And on this video, we've got several campus ministers, and today we're going to spend some time talking about how do we develop an evangelism strategy on our campuses. And so, this team, Adam Venters, who's at University of South Carolina, Keith Wade, who's serving at the University of North Georgia and Dahlonega, Georgia, and then Brian Musser, who's with Drexel University up in Philadelphia is part of a group of campus ministers who have been tasked by the Greater Collective BCM network called BCNet to help us think through evangelism on our individual context. Has gathered together over the last couple of weeks and months to think about how we can help best resource our campuses around the country to reach students. We believe that BCMs, BSMs, whatever that campus ministry is in your context, exists to one of the main purposes is to exist to reach the lost students on our campuses around our country. And so we have been tasked with thinking through how we best resource you and resource our churches to reach students. And so today we're going to have an extended conversation around the topic of developing an evangelism strategy. But before we get to that, I want each of our campus ministers here who are practitioners on the campuses. We're recording this during the summer and are actively thinking about and praying for the coming fall and all the different things we'll be doing to engage students. I'd like for them to introduce themselves, give a real quick picture of the context that they serve in. And then we'll talk about our theme, and then we'll get right into that. So, Adam, why don't you get us started, introducing yourself, what's the school you serve in, what it's like, and so forth.
Yeah, so my name's Adam Venters, like Ben said. I serve primarily the Carolina BCM is where I'm the director. The main campus that we work on is the University of South Carolina. We also have it's actually multiple schools that we help here in the Columbia area. One of them is Columbia College, which is a 1,000-person, used to be all girls, but now has changed school into having athletics and a bunch of different things. And the other one is a community college that has multiple campuses, but around like 8 to 10,000 students here in the Columbia area called Midlands Tech. And before this, I was the BCM director at the University of Arkansas in Little Rock, which operated on 9 different campuses in the Little Rock area. And so that's a little bit about my background.
Keith, why don't you introduce yourself?
Yeah. I'm Keith Wade, and I serve in the North Georgia Mountains on the campus of University of North Georgia. And we are a military school, so we have about 1,000 cadets on our campus, as well as other students that come here to get degrees and your normal degrees, education, business, and so that's where we are. We're just located at the base of the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains. And so we just love Jesus and reach out and love our area. So I also oversee some of our extension campuses and the Gainesville campus, which is primarily they have a big target audience to film industry. So we have a lot of film students and down there on the Gainesville campus, as well as help other in our Northeast Georgia regions reach out to college students. So,
Brian?
Yeah. So I'm Brian Musser. I serve at Drexel University in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, up in the Northeast. Drexel is a larger school, about 23,000 students. That's pretty big for the Northeast. But we are in the heart of Philadelphia. When I say that, I can see City Hall from my campus on one of the main roads of the city runs right through Market Street, runs right through my campus. We have subway stops and things like that on campus. And literally across the street is the University of Pennsylvania, which is another 30,000 students. And on the back end of that is the University of Sciences, which has just recently gotten purchased by St. Joe's, which is another 4,000 or 5,000 students there. So we're in the heart of something called University City, in the heart of Philadelphia City, it's kind of like a small university city, like student population center right in one of the largest urban areas in the world. And Drexel's a little bit different. We'll probably bring that. That was actually one of our theme songs. I mean, our theme phrases moving forward. And I'll get in a little bit of that later, but we come at college as somewhat different than others.
So what we hope you see is that on this call, we've got multiple universities that are very different. We got a large SEC D1 school. We have a smaller university, and we have a school that we would call an emerging region area. And all of these guys have years of experience working on the campus and have had success in varying levels and are passionate about reaching their students. And so we hope that this time will be instructive. And so today for this call, in this video, we are going to be really primarily focusing on how do we as campus ministers, how do we as ministries develop an evangelism strategy. And we're going to kind of be looking at 4 different topics. And one of the, I'll go through this real quick and then give some more points, and then we'll jump right in. The 4 topics are: one, how do we understand our campus? What does that look like? What does that involve to know our campus well in order to reach students? How do we collect contacts? How do we connect with students? How do we track students who have been a part of our ministry in some capacity? That's the second topic. The third topic is when we think about personal evangelism, what does that look like personally for us as campus ministers? What does it look like for us as we train students on an individual manner? And then what does a large group evangelism strategy look like? On this call, we're not necessarily going to be giving evangelism tools, but like helping us develop a strategy to reach students on a micro and a macro level. And one of the things we're trying to do, and what we're hopeful for you as you're watching this video, we understand that your time is precious and you may not be able to watch the whole video in its entirety. And so we're hoping to be able to put tabs throughout the video so you can jump right to whatever topic that you would like to talk about. And so that's our hope. Again, we're the BCNet evangelism team trying to create some tools for practitioners around the country to better reach students. And we hope this video will be helpful for you.